So once upon a time, there were two friends. Their names were Tom and Joe, and Joe was your typical social butterfly. He was very outgoing, very friendly. People loved being around him because he was just so fun. But Tom was more introverted. He liked spending time alone, or with only a few close friends. He felt most comfortable in his own company and didn't really enjoy parties or crowded places. Now, even though these two friends were very different, they really enjoyed each other's company, and they had a lot of respect for each other. They had been friends for years, and they knew that their friendship was special. They accepted each other for who they were, and they never tried to change each other. One day, Joe invited Tom to go to a big party with him. Now, Tom really didn't want to go. He was dreading it, but he didn't want to let Joe down, so he said yes. When the day of the party arrived, Tom was already feeling anxious. He didn't know what to expect. What if people judged him for being the quiet one? What if no one wanted to talk to him? But Joe was excited. He was looking forward to meeting new people and having a good time. When they arrived at the party, Joe immediately started talking to people he knew. He was in his element. But Tom was struggling. He felt awkward and out of place. He wanted to leave, but then he remembered why he had come. He didn't want to let Joe down, so he stayed. As the night went on, Joe came over to check on Tom every now and then. He could tell that his friend wasn't enjoying himself, but he also knew that Tom had come because he wanted to support him. It meant a lot to Joe that Tom had come to the party for him. He was grateful for his friend's support. In the end, Tom decided to have a few drinks and relax. He stopped worrying about what other people thought of him and just focused on having fun. He even danced a little bit. Before he knew it, he was laughing and having a great time. The next day, Joe texted Tom to see how he was feeling. He knew that parties could be exhausting for his friend, and he was curious about how Tom had handled it. Tom replied that he was fine. He told Joe that he had actually had a lot of fun. He thanked Joe for inviting him to the party and for being such a good friend. Joe smiled when he read Tom's message. He knew that their friendship was special. They were different in many ways, but they accepted each other for who they were. They respected each other's boundaries, and they were always there for each other. If you think about it, this story is like an example of how people with different personality types can have a successful friendship. Tom and Joe were complete opposites, but their friendship worked out because they accepted each other for who they were. They didn't try to change each other, and they respected each other's boundaries. For example, Joe knew that Tom wasn't a big fan of parties, but he still invited him to the party because he wanted his friend to be there for him. He knew that Tom would come because he cared about their friendship. And Tom did come to the party even though he was struggling. He didn't want to let Joe down. Also, Joe checked in on Tom during the party to make sure that he was okay. He knew that Tom wasn't really enjoying himself, but he didn't pressure him to stay. Instead, he let Tom leave when he wanted to. Another thing that I liked about this story is that Tom and Joe were honest with each other. Tom was honest about how he was feeling, and Joe was honest about how he was feeling too. They were both vulnerable with each other, and that's what made their friendship so strong. So if you have a friend like Tom or Joe, be grateful for them. They're lucky to have you. And remember that the most important thing in a friendship is to accept each other for who you are. I hope this story has helped you, and if it has, please don't forget to share this video with a friend. Thanks for watching, and take care.